We are at the PRI show and joined by John Calvert of Calvert Racing. John, what did you bring to the show this week?
Well, we brought a number of items. Our Old Faithful Caltrax that we developed about 15 years ago. We brought a set of our split leaf monos that came out in about the year 2000. And we have a couple of new products. Our 9010 front shocks, been out for about a year, but we're really looking forward to showcasing them this show. And a heavy-duty perch that we've designed for use on the rear end housings of the cars that use our product. Pretty demanding on the perch, so we've come up with a little improved design on that.
Tell me a little bit more about your traction system and the benefits they have for the racer.
Yeah, we have a number of different applications, anything from street cars to bona fide drag cars, even into the truck market, four-wheel drives, and diesel-equipped trucks. So what they mainly do is they eliminate wheel hop in the vehicle. Secondarily, they will redirect the pushing point of the vehicle. So those two items combined will result in controlling of the rear end housing.
Do these allow for adjustment?
Yes, they do, in three different areas. We have different holes that the link will hook up to, and upper or lower. We also have preload that you can adjust. That can either be preload on both sides or preload on one side or the other.
I also noticed you have those leaf springs over there. What application are those for?
Well, those springs are also a drag race application. They emulate a parabolic monoleaf spring, but what we do is we use two separate leaves, one aimed forward, one aimed to the back, and they overlap in the middle. This gives us the ability to adjust thicknesses of these leaves, front or back. It also eliminates a high stress area if it was just a single flat leaf at the perch. And so it also gives us the opportunity to accommodate all the different leaf spring vehicles.
Is there anything else that you guys offer for the rear of the car?
Well, we think that the interface between the leaf spring and the rear end housing is an area that could use some improvement. So this year we did come up with a new design on perches. It incorporates a strengthener that will keep the perch from buckling under or open due to the stresses of the rotation of the rear end housing. We've also incorporated a little tab that keeps the perch away from the rear end housing a slight amount to allow efficient welding of that perch to the housing. Moving into the rear shock area, the rear shock that we've got is pretty much capable of controlling separation in a four-wheel drive pickup truck. So we've basically downsized. We're using that in cars, and with a 9-way adjustable shock, we're finding a wide spectrum of adjustability.
We have the rear of the car covered. Do you have any suspension or anything for the front of the car?
Yeah, we do. We've found over the years that there's a couple of deficiencies in typical drag race cars, especially in the entry levels. The amount of travel that the cars have usually is a little bit deficient, and the front shock that they normally use is very resistant to rate of separation. There's a lot of drag shocks out there. It seems like every manufacturer makes a 90-10, but typically even the 90-10 shocks change in the rate of separation. And what we've found most of the time is the separation is something that retards the action of the front of the car. So out of sheer frustration, we've decided to come out with our own line of 9010s, and we made sure that they're the easiest to separate front shocks that you're going to find.
Thank you, John. You obviously covered a lot of the suspension products that you do have, but you can also go online to www.calvertracing.com to find out more.